Welcome everyone to Meld. Today I've got a few really interesting stories. First, Intel's next-gen CPUs are confirmed to have 10 cores. There's a rumor on Navi's release date and a new Radeon GPU. But first, check out today's sponsor, Massdrop. They're a group buy website with some amazing deals on gaming hardware. It's free to sign up and they've got new deals all the time. So check that out in the description below. Okay, it's news time, and first up is Intel's Comet Lake, rumored for a while to be yet another 14nm chip as we further wait for the unicorn that is 10nm. Well, today we more or less have confirmation of it via the latest Linux kernel and core boot. First, in the kernel, it clearly states that Comet Lake comes off of Coffee Lake, meaning this is likely another 14nm based node. Looking further into their update to core boot, we get details on actual chips. As you can see, there's a list of Comet Lake processors, and they're pretty extensive, covering ultra low power and high power notebook chips as well as desktop CPUs. It lists 2, 4, and 6 core variants for their ultra low power chips, as well as 6, 8, and even 10 core chips for their high performance notebook processors. Now, when it comes to their S or desktop variants, it only lists a 6 and 10 core CPU, but I'd assume this isn't an exhaustive list, or they're going to have 6 core i5s and 10 core i7 and i9s. I'm honestly not sure, but the biggest issue I really have is adding 2 additional cores on what many felt couldn't be done with 8 cores. Now, obviously they pulled it off with 14nm pretty well, but power efficiency and heat dissipation have got to be getting much more difficult. I guess we'll have to wait and see, but it's a shame their 10nm chips really won't be coming anytime soon. Next up for today, while it's one source I don't rely on very often, they seem pretty confident on the details. WCCF Tech did an exclusive on AMD's Navi, stating that as long as nothing changes, AMD's launch date for their next generation GPUs are set for 1 month following the Ryzen 3000 series launch. Now, if that's accurate, and the recent rumors pegging 3rd gen Ryzen for a Computex launch, we'll likely be looking at a July release date. With that said, WCCF Tech did make it clear that this is based on AMD's roadmap, and while they didn't give a source, they claim that AMD is telling partners to prepare for a launch 1 month from their 7nm Ryzen launch. As usual though, always carry skepticism with any details that aren't directly from the company, but at the same time it does seem AMD is back and forth about their date, as earlier rumors suggested a delay until October. Basically, know that things can change, but according to them, as it sits right now, the release is likely in July. Lastly for today, if you thought AMD couldn't possibly spread their GPU butter any thinner, you'd be sorely mistaken, as they've launched a new GPU, the Radeon RX 560 XT. And in case you're wondering, let me just say that your confusion is completely warranted. The new graphics card is confusing, and while it's currently only in Asian markets, it very well could make its way to the West before long. As far as specs, the card has exactly double the stream processors of their current RX 560 at 1792, and it comes with a base clock of 973 MHz and a boost of 1073. It also comes equipped with 4GB of GDDR5 at a bandwidth of 211GB per second, and it comes with a stated TDP of 150 watts. When we look at performance, you may expect double given the cores, but because it's clocked quite a bit lower than the standard RX 560, the 560 XT seems to position itself between the RX 560 and 570 pretty well. Why this card was made is something I'll actually be touching on in an upcoming video, hopefully tomorrow, with some exclusive information on Navi, so make sure to subscribe to get that. So while that does it for today, what did you think of the news? Excited for Intel's upcoming Comet Lake chips, or does that RX 560 XT actually sound good? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you liked the video, definitely make sure to subscribe, and as always, have a great day.